how are we all today? So today I'm heading out. I've got a few appointments that I need to go to for one of my children. So this is my first day that I'm actually taking my pre-op diet on the road, so to speak. So I'm just getting everything organized, and I just want to show you what I'm going to do, what I'm going to take, and how I'm going to tackle eating when I'm out and about without just grabbing takeaway, which is what we would normally do. So as I mentioned in one of my last videos, was I am using this brand, and I initially bought 4 bags of these, and they come with the 4 smoothies and the 3 soups. Something I didn't mention is that I'm not a big soup drinker in general, and I kind of got a bit sick of having the soups. So I've just changed over now to just these bags. So this is just vanilla, and then I just got a chocolate as well, and it had nothing to do with the flavor. It just is, I'm not a soup drinker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a smoothie, and as I mentioned in my last video, I don't normally eat until around 11:30, 12 o'clock. But because I'm not going to be able to have my vegetable medley and they use konjac noodles, so they're very low calorie noodles, and I'll just go grab them. And okay, so these are the noodles that I am allowed to have. Konjac noodles. They do come in a liquid. Don't be alarmed. They have a funny smell to it, not a massive like, oh god, I can never take that. So I tip all the liquid into a strainer, give it a good wash off, and then what I do is I buy these. I bought these because they're on special at Woolies, and I thought that they would be a better option. So I usually put one of these, spray a bit of canola oil, and a heaped like teaspoon of garlic, and then I put them in it, mix them around. I then cut up some capsicum and I put that in another pan and just let it sort of like char a little bit, and then I have that sliced on top. Mix the noodles in. You have to put some sort of, well for me, I have to put like soy sauce, and then I put chili flakes as well. So that's one of the things. I can have soy sauce, I can have mustard, soy sauce, all different types of things that I can have as well with my vegetables, but I just use soy sauce and chili flakes, and I would normally have that around 2:30, 3 o'clock. But because I'm not going to be home between 2:30 and 3 o'clock, I'm taking these, which I just purchased yesterday, and they are delicious. And they're like a little snack bag, and then these meal replacement bars, which is what I've been having of an evening when everyone goes to bed, when I'm watching something on TV. So I'll take one of these. The coconut one is, looks like that. Three upside down. What happened, Bubba? And then my smoothie. So this is how I make my smoothie. They recommend 300 mils. Of course I do a little bit more than 300 mils because I add ice and, I can't really say, mixed berries in with my smoothie, and I just don't want it to be like a thick shake. I want it to be manageable. I do find this to be quite filling, and I'm day 10 now, and as I just mentioned that I would normally have the vegetables around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm actually finding that I can stretch it out a bit longer, which isn't, it sounds great because you're like, well, you're fuller for longer. That is a good sign, that is a good thing, but it's not, because I'm not getting my meal replacements in, because then last night I had a meal replacement bar and then just like a little snack bag. So maybe it is a good thing. It just depends on, I'm not consuming as many calories, so maybe the progress is going to be a little bit better. I don't know, but I think the point is that if you're hungry, well, I guess I could have that extra shake as well if I was hungry, or a soup. So I'm going to take a smoothie with me, and as I said, I'm not a big soup drinker, but alternatively the soups do come in sachets as well. So if you were going somewhere out for the day, and I don't know, if you didn't have access to boiling water, you could take a thermos of boiling water And this is the vegetable soup. This is how they come. You just open it up, mix it in with boiling water. I mentioned in one of my videos, I've got one of these little whizzy things, which I will post in here. You could take that, take a little travel cup. I do have this one. This is a little thermos. Don't pre-make your soup in it. I got this from Temu. Don't pre-make your soup and put in it. Expect it to be warm, because it just won't be. I tried it the other day and it wasn't. So you could just take this and then another thermos, I guess. I'm not sure how much equipment you really want to take with you to make a soup. So that's that. This is, as I said, I do the water, the ice, the berries, and then the powder first. And I'm just going to blend that. Give it a shake around. Yeah. Pop it in here. It's going to get noisy. Hold on. So here it is. I do it with my NutriBullet. I whiz it up twice. I just want it a bit smoother. I use this cup, thermos cup. If you live in Australia, you can get them from the Reject Shop, Kmart, or Bunnings. Reject Shop and Kmart. I want to say they're cheaper, but I don't know. They're around about $15. Kmart might be the cheapest one, but they're really good. They're big. They're about 1.5 litres. So this is full. I don't know if I can show you how full it is. So it's almost to the top. So I'm going to tip it in here. So this would be too thick for your post-op, that liquid diet. This would be too thick. You would just need to, look, to be honest, I probably wouldn't put the berries in it, and I probably wouldn't put the ice in it. I would just sort of do it, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to play around with it a bit, but this would definitely be too thick. So I'm going to show you, so I said it was 1.5, and if I just move the camera up, I'm still waiting for my, so I set it on the thing, you can see it here somewhere, there you go, and that's how full it is. So if you're looking at the cup, it's filled, it's 1.5 litres, so it's filled to about here. So that's a fair drink, and that will be quite filling for me. But don't think, like, those first few days, it definitely wasn't filling for me. I was hungry. Like, I'd have it and then I'd still be hungry. Today I'm not doing mushrooms because I don't have any left, and because I have no way of cooking them and eating them warm when I'm out on the road. It's just not practical today. But I do have the snack bag and that I showed you, and I do have the meal replacement bar. So fingers crossed that this is going to work. Day 10 today. I also just want to touch on, I don't know if many people who have tried weight loss diets in the past, and they've tried the very low calorie diet shakes before. They always say you get, well, they don't say, I always got cold and flu symptoms for 3 or 4 days. I became unwell, like just flu-y. And that was something that I was preparing myself for, and probably one of the reasons why I started a bit early, because if I was unwell, then that would give me time for my body to adjust and things like that. Other than that, like, I've got a bit of sinus at the moment, a bit of hay fever because the weather's a bit crazy in Australia. No cold and flu symptoms. I have not felt unwell. I'm tired, but I think I'm always tired. And I think that if you are undergoing bariatric surgery of any type, that fatigue is probably a big part of your day. That's a big assumption. I would assume, like, I'm assuming because of me, I'm very tired a lot of the time, and I just try and push through as much as I can. I do get up quite early, and I do go to bed quite late, which isn't very smart. I have trouble falling asleep in general, so that doesn't really help. This was the other thing that I was going to show you. This was the thing I was talking about. So if you wanted to take soup on the road instead of taking bars and things like that, it's probably got water in it. it just whizzes up, and you definitely just mix it around with your soup and it blends in quite well. And the soups are very delicious with this brand. I have tried other soups and they're like, ugh, they weren't great at all, but they're really nice. I'm just not a soup drinker. So I really hope that this video was much better than the last one that I did yesterday. I'm trying, guys, and as my motto is, it's a progress, not perfection. So I will let you know how I went with my day, and I will see you soon. Bye.